What is the most taboo thing you've done? I slept with 2 different women in one night. Separately. They were both named Courtney. And I met both of them in group therapy. Got drunk with a girl I knew from college and took her home. My roommates also had people over partying and such. I take her upstairs and a friend of mine is sleeping on the floor in my room because it was the only quiet place. She's done it a couple times already when we've had people over. Girl from college still wants to frick, so we try to be as quiet as we can, until my friend on the floor says, "Can I watch?" So she watched us go at it while getting herself off. It was crazy fricking hot. No threesome though, loudly crying face. Banged in the rain on my parents' front lawn while back on break from college. Hadn't seen girlfriend in a while, so she sneaked by and I found a spot no one would see us. But, I went outside, in the rain for a while, came back with muddy knees on my jeans, and my dad's not stupid. When I was at uni, between 18 to 20, my landlady, late 40s, early 50s maybe, offered me a reduced rent for favors. I accepted the offer. It was only about once a month or so, but I'd get a few days taken off the monthly rent in exchange for a couple of hours in her bedroom. Seemed like a good deal at the time and I've got no regrets. I fell asleep during my ex eating my parts. In my defense, I had been on a 48-hour bender. And to make matters worse, if it can get any worse, he only knew I was asleep because I started snoring, and as I have sleep apnea, it wasn't just your everyday gentle snoring, it was broken steam train, derailing kind of snoring. Stayed in a nice hotel in York. Didn't think to bring a swimming costume. Checked out the pool, which we found out closed 20 minutes prior. The ladies' changing room door was open, so we decided to go down in our underwear and dressing gowns. Had a little swim, sat in the hot tub and started making out. Decided to check whether the steam room was working. Ended up having a quickie in there. Made sure we didn't make a mess, then carried on swimming. 2 minutes later the staff came in and checked whether anyone else was in there and told us the pool was closed. We played dumb and got out. Probably the most taboo thing I've ever done. I screwed my friend's younger sister after a night out. When we rejoined the group, my friend asked where we'd been. Screwing your sister in the bandstand, is what I said. This was the truth, but I knew he'd think I was just messing with him. He did. She wasn't impressed. I told him later on. In fact, that story's even better. A mutual friend hooked up with the sister a couple of weeks later. The brother sussed what was going on and asked Fred if he'd slept with his sister. When Fred confessed, the brother was actually really pleased, as she'd been in a toxic relationship beforehand and it was a good sign that she was over the guy. "Excellent," he said, "you're the first guy she's been with since, Bill." "No," replied Fred, "actually Penarolwin screwed her 2 weeks ago." Apparently his face was a picture. He was cool with it though.